This first match is a Yan. It's against Waxy Jr. or Waxy. This is Yaya the Blonde with Lodge. She's a really good commander. She's got she's a 2-2 haste. I believe she has 4 strike as well. And what she counts with is cards getting exiled. She sees cards getting exiled. She gets a Yin 1 counter. And she's actually a really strong commander. She can get out of control for it. Yeah. They lead off strong at the Black Wow. He's in that Pale Yin, yes. This card is insanely good. This card that makes you feel that way. He's got a haste on the one way attacks. You exile the type card out, yeah, boy. And put it underneath him. And then you can pay your one and sacrifice this card out hand. And then you sacrifice Bina. And he slips. Whatever, like you discard your hand and then you get the cards out or keep them underneath him. Then you have that Thomas Henry here. Making a treasure token. That's like the one. Has 3 different effects. It's like Adrian stuff and then like the treasure token. 90% of the time you see it played, they're making a treasure token. Because the other 2 effects are like, you get a course we, which like gives a 1 attack and 1 defense, and then like, when the course we gets removed, it does 1 damage, or like a repeat it uses 1 life weather. And, the other effect is like, I can't even remember anything what the other effect is. Has something to do with like adventure cards. Like she can like remove an adventure card from XA or something like that. I was with that type to work for the source. But I'm coming to be like, wow. He's one of the strongest web mana cards. He's technically curious, but we classify him as web because his mana pep for his good ability is web. You can technically, and he's a web card because he's got a web in the card. Because even if they're not a web card, or any clear card really for that matter, even if they're curious, as long as they haven't actually seen clear pep in the card anymore, even though they activate an ability, that means that's a clear classification. But yeah, here. You had an exile here before she gets too dangerous, because that could be really out the game pretty quick, especially if you got quite a bit of like exile type of effects coming out. Because she's not invincible turn. She herself when she attacks, she exiles a card. So she can very easily put on 2, maybe 3 million colors per turns. So she's quite explosive. If she's left to be effective with all the verses, she lays up as like good hand. So we have the Kaalia here. We can grab them for the storm moons because we found them. This deck's a little bit more quite oriented, so we're not going to love as many times like we did the last time. We had this thing. That's a Bridges Eagle or Peter. He's a powered power. If you like whatever a power attacks, you choose one that hasn't been chosen. And so if you target like 3 powers to you, he does a leading. Because he's got 3 effects. But then he's like, exile cards, he can make treasure tokens, and he gets like something like cards game like 4 strike or something like that. I think he's actually a really good card. Like, he's actually one of the, I'd say as far as the your effect is concerned, he's actually quite good. Maybe not Dinosaur you use good, because I think Dinosaurs as a quattro type is just insane. But he's a really good card, maybe yes. Power 2 is like kind of like, the key, that key, whenever that they're like giants from Caveman, where they got like a really key thing going on for him, but they're not super duper strong. But they're good, and they're like they're fun, they're definitely like, you sit at the kitchen table and play, they win the game, and you don't feel like you're kind of a bit eager, because like everything's super strong. Something can't break. That's what it is. He can hold the power something to not be the break. But actually really good. I like to see that effect, because that's a win. But typically a win effect. It's crazy things hard to break. Which is actually pretty good, because then you can just ignore something that's like big and dumb, and just get your ass win anyways. Anyways, we swing. We see what's got a Yaffling, so we'll feeling pretty good about that. Maybe she's got the very rat effect, and then if any of our creatures water powers, at the end step of that tournament that they die, or powers, excuse me, they get bounce back to your hand. Så nästa är hette Guano. Så nästa är så sometimes of course jag så that's the Guano else. Yeah, I understand the Guano. How should we have a so called on that how that's just
The lights won. This is we lose this one. We're up against Go Shintai of Life's Origin. This is the Shrine Commander. So this is the enchantments list. This is one of the few 5-color commanders I actually kind of like because he plays off of shrines. I always thought shrines were really cool even as a kid. What shrines are is they're a bunch of enchantments that, like, if you control a shrine, you do X and then they do more of X if you have them for more shrines that you have. We go second, which kind of sucks, so. But we play Thriving Bruff. I am going on about Thriving cards. The Thriving cycle is pretty good for 3-color lists and more, because you can pick the second color that it is. So if you're like good on a certain color, but you need a certain other color, then Thrivings are your go-to. Because they all come into play tapped. They're all commons, and then you can always pick what colors you want. We pull 3 demons here, which is really unfortunate. I mean, we have a full grip anyway, so we'd have to discard them. We go with Consuming Oni, because Consuming Oni is definitely one of the better cards we got in the deck if we can play it early enough. We go ahead and pitch the Ancient Brass Dragon, because we had a maximum hand size. Remember, maximum hand size is 7 cards. Unless you have an ability that says you can have more. Usually it says you have no maximum hand size. So, that's usually what actually happens, is you have no maximum hand size, but it's what the ability is. There usually isn't like, oh, you can have like 10 cards in hand instead. I think there might be a few in Magic. I think there's one that gives you like 13 cards in hand instead. It's because there's like a little pun in like one of the sets. It's about Triskophobia, which is the fear of the number 13. The Vanishing Verse are Oni, which really sucks because Consuming Oni, if you get him down enough, he promotes a boatload of damage relatively early. He can deal just tons and tons of damage, and he's really, really nice. So we go down here, play the 4/4, and we swing in with our 3/3. Say go. Okay, and then they play their Ghost Shintai here. Their Satyr Enchanter draws them a card. These are what's called Enchantress decks because, like, you play a lot of cards that are enchantments. And Enchantress strategy, like, oh, whenever you cast an enchantment, do X. Enchantress decks are insane. They're very steamroll-y type of decks where once they get set up, they win the game. Like, it's, like, literally impossible for them to lose. We're pretty much already losing, but we're sticking it out because I have Hour of Devastation in hand. So at least we can vaporize the whole board and try and reset. No deck can handle too many board wipes. It's just the way that it is. But yeah, they play their Snake Dude. That Snake Dude, he can double the enchantment's triggered abilities. Sanctum of All comes down. That's a Shrine's payoff. Like, it lets you dig up Shrines. We lose here because I think we don't end up with enough white mana, is the really unfortunate thing. So we're trying to race them down is what we're trying to do. We go ahead and Murderous Rider the Snake Dude, so they can't double the Shrine trigger. Go ahead and swing in with our guys. We're really desperately trying to race them down. Unfortunately, we lost our Oni right away. If we would have been able to keep that guy, we'd be able to race them down because that Sanctum of Stone's Fangs, that's the black card they have over there, it drains for the amount of shrines you have. And those little 1/1 derpy dudes, those little 1/1s, they're considered shrines too. Like this Ghost Shintai, I've never made the deck before, but, or maybe I made one a long time ago. I don't think I've ever actually made the deck, but this is one of the few 5-color decks I actually like because there's an actual theme to it. Like, there's actually a reason why you're playing 5 colors. You're not just playing 5 colors to play 5 colors. And have all these, like, fundamentally free casting, broken cards that are just way too good. We play card art here. Because he's got haste. Again, we're trying to feverishly, go ahead and race them down. They got 10 health. So, here, they opt to just block with one of their shrines, which actually is a good thing for us because the Sanctum of Stonefangs has kept them alive. Like if that wasn't draining like it was, we would probably have been all right. They're the Kami card that they're playing, the Kami War or whatever, that bouncer guy. So he exiled Swords of Plowshares underneath him. When cards like that get bounced, like if they have like cards like Bomat Courier does that, the Carter guy does it. If they have like cards tucked underneath them and they get bounced, those cards get immediately exiled because they're already considered in exile. It's just you kind of tuck them underneath the card because it's a good indication that they're kind of like carrying the parcel, if you will. And there's a lot of other cards. There's like creatures and artifacts and enchantments and such that do that type of stuff. But they're carrying your parcel, if you will. And if they get bounced, they lose the parcel. So that's a good way to look at it for like some of you newer players out there that may or may not watch this someday. Or if you don't know what Magic is at all. It's a good way to look at it. They lose the parcel, so... Yeah, they kind of just get ahead of us. That's the way enchantments go sometimes, like, well, not sometimes, all the time. Enchantment lists, especially like this is one of the ones I actually respect because they're playing off of shrines. Which shrines were, like, new when I was younger, so I thought they were really cool cards. But, the way that, enchantments go, they just kind of go over the top. Eventually, they're just, like, accruing way too much value for you to stop them, you know? Like, we get to the point where we actually have, like, lands and stuff like that. And enough to do something. Their dragon blocks here. They block with their Sanctum Weaver. That's the green chick. She causes, like, enchantments to not be able to be countered, or creatures. It's creatures and enchantments, actually. She does both. And she can animate lands to make them enchantments. We go ahead and play Burn Down the House here. I'm pretty sure they use Heroic Intervention, which gives them X-Proof and Indestructible. Because we would have been alright if they didn't. Yeah, it's because they hit us with Heroic Intervention. That's fine. We lose. Good game, player. That was fun. So, we lose.
Alright, this is up against Fear Zim. This is also a loss. And they're playing Sovereign Okinaku. I left this in because I love this commander. You're about to see how explosive this card can be. They go ahead and start, and they go into the north. That allows you to search up a snow land. It's got the super type snow, because there's a concept of a super type with snow, and a lot of the snow cards are like actually pretty powerful. Anyways, into the north allows you to grab a snow basic. And he puts this into play, taps, and they say go. For 2 mana. They play either archive here, they get their draft card, whatever it may be, and then discard a card. Go ahead and play a red source here. Play Lulu. Forgotten, or Forgetful, Holly fans. She's an elf and angel, and she's forgetful. It's actually pretty funny because elephants are noted for their incredibly long memories. They can remember friends and stuff like that from their childhood and their youth. Typically, an Asian elephant has been noted to have a memory span of at least like 30 years. Which is pretty cool. A little fun fact for you. They use Demonic Tutor, which is one of the cards they tutored up with Key to the Archives. Key to the Archives gives you a bunch of powerful cards. Demonic Tutor simply states you pay 2 mana, you dig up a card from your deck, you place it straight to your hand. At no additional cost. They go ahead and grab Swiftfoot Boots. What Swiftfoot Boots does is they give your commander Hexproof and Haste. And you can equip it for 1 mana. A lot of commanders that like need to stay on the board typically will run Swiftfoot Boots. We go ahead and specialize her here. Because we got a few options with her since we're playing Mardu. We picked Radicos, the showstopper. Actually, we opt not to. We thought about it, we're not going to. Because the red one, she like makes soldiers. Her red effect's actually really good. So, if you ever play Hollyfan, definitely play her on a red list. I don't know how they work as a commander, I'm going to try her sometime. Because the background commanders, or the background is like an enchantment that adds colors to your commander, and it gives you various effects. go ahead and play Steal the Wrap here. Go ahead and give our Holly fan life link, so we gain 1 life because it's only got 1 attack. Poker for once, they go. Like I said, this is where that's why I let this Abu list in, because this is like about as explosive as this commander gets. They play the run ring, which gives them protection from everything since they cast it from their hand. Mind you, they have to cast it. This really starts our downfall right here. We just go ahead and swing or quit. Or we thought about it. If they would have taken out our mana rock, we would have. But yeah, we go ahead and quit here because their guy is huge and it's a good game. So thanks for playing.
Alright, this is up against Milo. This one we lose right away as well. Oh, this is Hero, all the partners. I don't look. Yeah, this deck's explosive too. Because what this commander does is she gives 1/1 counters based on her current attack. And she gives haste on top of that. So again, like I said, you gotta be careful of this commander as well, because she's very explosive. She can't give herself counters though. So keep that in mind. She needs a buddy. So, go ahead and play Chromatic Lantern here. We're really on the back foot because we went second. So that's something we gotta be careful of. Toski, Bearer of Secrets, that really gets them into the end zone too, because they're gonna draw 3 cards here because of Toski. Toski states he's indestructible, a 1/1, and then whenever he has to attack or return, then whenever one of your creatures deals combat damage to a player, you draw cards. So you draw cards for each one. So he's a very good card draw outlet for green. You could even play him as a mono green commander, you probably wouldn't feel too bad about it. Because he is good. It's just like, he can be kind of underwhelming if you don't invest into his body size, because he's only a 1/1. Yeah, they hit us with Cold Blood here, which they have it every time. So, I'm pretty sure we pretty much just quit here. Because we're about to, I think it's actually lethal anyways. Yeah, because he's like at 9. If it does, it leaves us at 1, and we can't really get rid of everything. So, and they pop our artifact too. So yeah, we just galled there. Like I said, that card's explosive. They had Kogla, so good game. Alright, this is a win. I got everything flipped here. We're up against a green-red commander. It's a bit short. I can't read it, so, because it's flipped. Oh, we're up against, we're up against, Weatherlight Captain, Jehora. Whenever you play a historic spell, you draw a card. Historics are artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. This card's pretty cool. There's a lot of little infinite combos. I don't know if she's as good in Arena as she is in Paper. Probably not, because Paper you got access to about 30,000 plus more cards. But she's good. She's a really cool card. She's a really cool commander. She's still got legs in this game though. She's got plenty of stuff to work with. So that's something to keep in mind. They're just kind of playing lands. This is the flipped filter, so it takes everything and flips it. It keeps my camera the same because cameras are looking from a backwards perspective anyways. We go ahead and play our commander here. And we grab our Angel and our Dragon. We've been playing a lot of lands and mana rocks and stuff, so we're low on cards. We can draw 2 and not have to discard. There we go. Playing historics and drawing cards. She's pretty cool though. She's a decent body too. She's a 3/3 for 4. Which, given the strength of her ability, it's worth it. Her body's not too bad. They play that, armor stuff. It's an equipment, it gives 2/2, and it can equip to legendaries for free. A lot of the new equipment's doing that, where they can equip for free. Or no, it gives only 2 attack, excuse me. Usually, and that's what's making, equipment's, kind of viable nowadays. Is the fact that it's equipping for free. That matters a lot nowadays. Works a lot like aura spells that happen to stick around that you can recast, quote unquote, by equipping them again. All those equipments were terrible They weren't terrible. Well, yeah, they were terrible. Let's be fair. Most of them just weren't that good. We go ahead and play our Sanctuary Ward, and she comes with 2 shield counters. Now, if you forget what shield counters do, is they give you to protection from damage one time. Like, if you were to take damage, you remove a shield counter instead. If you were to die or perish, you remove a shield counter instead. That's basically what they do. Is they give you, like, a one-time boon against both of those things. But it's any amount of damage. So even if you're, like, taking just, like, 1 ping damage, the shield counter still gets removed. So it's something to keep in mind. We're thinking here, we got the Platinum Angel, which means we can't win the game and they can't lose. So we go ahead and board wipe here because she's got the shield counter. We're actually playing around that aspect. And whenever she attacks, she can remove counters from stuff and make another 1/1 and draw us a card. But we're really just kind of playing her as an angel at face value. We're not really utilizing her strengths. Well, she's actually still pretty good because, I mean, she's a 6-drop, but she's still a 5/5 with flying. And then comes with 2 shield counters, not just 1, which is really nice. So usually she can at least get you like a draw and a dude too. So she's usually a 6/6 spread across 2 bodies that draws you a card. Like, it doesn't really get much better than that. That's still pretty good for 6 mana. Without it being like absurd. Like, obviously there's like better cards, like a lot better cards, but for white that's pretty good. And for angels, because angels are a bit of an older creature type, so they still have weaknesses on them. They're one of the old crew, so in a lot of creature types like them, they have weaknesses. They're not like dinosaurs and like some of the newer creature types too that keep getting like pushed to the moon, so they don't have any weaknesses. You know, like dinosaurs, because dinosaurs are relatively new. So they're big and they all do like strong things. So somebody likes dinosaurs. We're playing Rally the World Leader here. That's what seals our win because it allows us to attack twice. So good game. Thanks for playing.
Alright, this is the last one of the night on this video. So we go first, and this is a win. This is up against Prosper Tomebound. He's a Radicals commander that when you play cards from exile, you get a treasure token, and he exiles cards for you at the end of your turn. And he holds on to you, or holds on to them for you for 1 turn. You get to play him for 1 turn. But yeah, so this will be the last game of the video. Thank you for watching this far. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you. So, let's get into it. They play Diamond Pickaxe. I think that card's really good, actually. It's a new equipment from Ixalan. It gives 1 attack and 1 defense, and then when you attack, it makes a treasure token, and it's got indestructible. And it's only like 1 red mana. We get 2 demons here and an angel, so we take Chaos Bella. We don't take the angel because we're gonna have to discard anyways, and we don't take Avacyn because she's 8 mana, so we can't play her anytime soon. We didn't want to discard her, so. And we're not playing Reanimator. I don't really like playing Reanimator that much. It's a very flimsy archetype, that's why I don't like playing it. We go ahead and play Double Vision. Now, if you don't remember, what Double Vision does is the first time we cast an instant and sorcery on each turn, so that can even be our opponent's turn, we copy it. We can't play as sorceries at instant speed in this deck because we don't have Black and Orrery. That's like the Vulcan Orrery or whatever. It's like a card that gives everything flash. That Mirkwood Bats, I know with this filter you can't see, it's the romantic filter, but it's whenever you create tokens, it pings for 1, or it drains for 1, or it causes you to lose life, so it bleeds you for 1. When we just lose the 1 life and they don't gain it, we'll call it bleed. When we lose the 1 and they gain it, or they lose 1 and we gain it, we'll call it drain. But he bleeds us for 1. So when I say bleed, that's what I'm talking about, where it's just us losing life, or them losing life. So it's just loss of life, there's no life gain with it. Call that bleed. We play Terror of the Peaks.
Player peaks is 5/4. He gets targeted. It costs 3 more life to target him. And whenever creatures come down, he looks at their attack power and then deals damage to any target based upon that attack power. That's what he does. We swing her with our Kaalia. Remember, she's got flying and vigilance. And she's a 3/3. 4/3! She's actually a really cool card. I might play her in Historic sometime just to try her out in Constructed. I think I have like 2 of her. But yeah, they play that new Draco Sword card. That card is really sweet. That card's really, really strong too. Because it draws you 2 extra cards per turn upon exiling them. And if you exile lands with it, you get 3/1 dinosaurs. Because why not? Like I said, you'll find that sometime I'm going to have a general disdain for dinosaurs because they are a very pushed archetype. It's alright though. It is what it is. They're dinosaurs. Their brains are little, so they need all the help they can get. If they didn't have it, who would? Who would help the dinosaurs? Caveman wouldn't. Modern man requires modern dinosaurs. We swing, we say go. Deal 8 there. Play the 1 ring, giving them protection from everything. So, for 1 turn, they really can't be pretty much affected by it. Because when a player gets protection from everything, that pretty much stops anything happening to that player. The only thing I can think of that protection wouldn't be stopping is drain or bleed effects. Because it doesn't actually directly target and interfere with the player. It just happens. If it's an effect that just happens, protection doesn't really stop it. Because like board wipes don't get stopped by protection. Why? Because like they don't directly affect what they affect, if that makes sense. It doesn't directly interact with it. Go ahead and play Chaos Balor here. Pop their bats. Because their bats is, yeah, then they just quit. So, good game. Thanks for playing.
All right, and then this is the plugs. The Grinch thanks you. That's my dog. I use the photo editing software. Anyways, you have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.